the live, and I just need a second to bring up my screen. So sit back and relax. Those of you joining us, welcome, welcome. You can type in the chat box where you're listening in from. And I will be recording this for Stacy and her team so she can use later on. All right, I see Andrea from New Jersey. Who else do we have? Marty from Victoria, Texas. Welcome. Go ahead and type in the chat box. Let everybody know who you are, where you're from. Muhammad in Skirtala. Jonna from Betancourt, Sacramento. Well, John and Betancourt from Sacramento. Welcome. I'll be in Sacramento next month. I'm going to be on a radio station there. Jamila from New Jersey. Ariana from New Orleans. Lionel from New Orleans. Lorna from Hanford, California. Lotiji from Atlanta. I remember you on the call the other day. Diana from Delaware. Shalonda from New Orleans. Edgy Boy from Chicago. Earl from Katy, Texas. Let's see. Go ahead if you haven't done so and type in where you are listening in from. I'm going to open this up, share screen. Oh, we've got people also on the YouTube side. Bouger from Texas. Michael Gibbs from Seattle. TC Dixon from Canada. Prelvis from Corpus Christi, Texas. Mathus from Laurel, Maryland. Michael Gibbs from and Bethany from Seattle. Gerald from Detroit. Lashana from Richmond. Marty, you're on both, huh? Stan Williams from Tampa, Florida. Welcome, everybody. Let me go ahead and hit the record button, and we'll get this started. Record on this computer. Let me catch my breath. I've been talking for over an hour already. All right, I'm already hyped up. If you guys came on earlier and was listening to our crypto talk, I'm hyped up right now. So anyways, welcome everybody. My name is Brandon Ivey. I'm the Pinnacle Leader with KGX from Los Angeles, California. Thank you for being here tonight. This is an unscheduled private presentation for Stegi Alugas from New Orleans and her team. We did a private call this past Sunday. We had a lot of excited people on, but that was just a conference call. And tonight we're actually going to go into a presentation so that you can see what this is about, what separates our education company from any of them out there that's already out, and what's coming, and why you want to be positioned early on right now. Now, I have been in the network marketing industry for 20 years this December. And it seems like a long time. I remember it yesterday. I was a senior at Morehouse College when I was introduced to network marketing, and I was a part of a company. I'm not going to tell you the name of the company, but its initials start with an ACN. And I didn't have no success whatsoever for many years. I didn't know what I was doing. But I had to get a 9-to-5 job, working a job, and I suffered the financial crisis of 2008 and got laid off from my job. And was reminded that that old American dream of go to school, get good grades, and good, safe, secure job no longer works. It didn't work for me. It doesn't work for most people that I know, and I needed to have an alternative. So I did put my head down and get into direct selling in the network marketing industry, learned the skills that I needed to have success, and I started to have great success. So much so I was able to retire in 2012 from corporate America. I was able to purchase my freedom. And I learned a skill. One thing was when you're working a 9-to-5 job, you're trading time for money. In direct sales, you now have a team of people that you're earning income from. So if 10% of your people don't work that week, you still have 90% income coming on. That's called residual income, doing something once and getting paid over and over and over again. That was the life. But I learned something quickly new here in the United States. That old dream of residual income, that was just that, a dream. So those companies that got started in the 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s, yeah, those people are still doing it. But if you got in the 2000s, especially the last 8 years, there's no such thing as residual income. I have been in the top of every company I've been a part of, regional vice president, black diamond, even on corporate, vice president of sales and marketing. So I know the field and I know corporate, and I know one fact. 99% of all the top producers are making their money off of one-time bonuses and signing bonuses, not residual income. Why? Because we live in the age of the internet. There's too much choice out there. So people aren't sticking around long enough in one company for you to accumulate that residual income. And now you're looking at how many people are on auto ship every single month to determine your income. Most people don't last more than 2 to 3 months on any auto ship. So I was constantly rebuilding my team. And I got burnt out. And I said, you know what? If I want to have a good quality of life, I'm getting older now. I'm in my 40s now. I want to be able to go to a beach for 6 months and relax. I need to become an investor. I need to have money work for me. So where can I do that? Stock market? I don't have $1 million to put in and play in the stock market to do it the right way. 401k is not the stock market. So what can I get involved in? And I kept hearing about this thing called Bitcoin. And these people making all this money in Bitcoin. I said, you know what? If they can do it, so could I. So I started asking them questions about Bitcoin. And to my surprise, they couldn't answer my questions. I said, how are you making money? Well, I'm part of programs that, they guarantee me 1 to 2% a day on my money. I just give them my Bitcoin, and Bitcoin keeps rising, and I just keep making money. I'm sorry. That wasn't good enough for me. So I said, I need to know and learn what's going on. So I spent 6 months researching. Why? Because there was no education company that could teach me this. There was no college courses, and I wasn't about to go back to college anyway. Oh, don't tell me you lost sound again. Testing, testing, testing. If you guys can hear me, type Y in the chat box. I done blew up my phone. If you can still hear me, type Y in the chat box. All right, well, everybody on Zoom can hear me. I don't know what people on the YouTube, let me type it there. People on Zoom hear me. Michael, you messed up my train of thought. What was I saying? Yeah, I know what I was saying. There was no way to get education. So I went to YouTube and Google, right? Well, am I going to pay for education? I just get it for free on YouTube and Google. Yeah, I did that. Have you ever tried to Google and YouTube Bitcoin before? Millions and millions of videos and articles start popping up. I didn't know where to begin. I didn't know how to get started. I didn't know if I was even getting the right information. Because as I repeatedly teach when I do my crypto talks, even these articles aren't even telling the correct information. So I needed to make sure I'm getting the right stuff. So it took me 6 months to figure it out. And by the time I did, and I was ready to get started, I was excited, I'm ready to go. Guess how much money I started with? No, not 10,000, not 50,000, not $100,000. I started with $30. That's right, $30. Oh yeah, what was I going to do with that? Well, I flipped $30 into 6 figures in 4 months. Before the year, September 2017 to December 2017, I turned 30 into 6 figures. And I don't say that to impress you. I say that to impress upon you that if I can do it, you can as well. What's the difference between me and you? The difference. Oh, my YouTube is acting funny now. The difference is that I made a decision and I was willing to learn. That's the difference. I made a decision and I was willing to learn. That means each and every single one of you can as well. So we're going to get into this, and I'm tripping out for a second because the YouTube just acted crazy on me. So I don't even know if the people on YouTube is able to hear anymore. Oh, well, you guys let me know on the Zoom side if things go crazy. So I got to keep going. So here's what happened next. With a lot of people making money in the crypto space, they also lost a lot of money in crypto in 2017. Why? Because there were businesses out there that were guaranteeing you 1% a day, 2% a day. We're going to double and triple your Bitcoin in 30 days. Give us your Bitcoin and we're going to make money for you. And a lot of these companies were illegal, they were scams, or they were operating not compliant with American law, or the company owners ran off with everybody's money. I just heard of another company that did just that this week. Ran off with everybody's money, and they were promising 2% a day. When are people going to figure it out and learn? So we decided in 2018 to go back to the basics. That's right. We decided to go back to the basics. So what does that mean? We created a company that's going to teach people crypto education. Everything you need to know about cryptocurrencies. That way, when you're armed with that knowledge is priceless. That knowledge can make you a fortune. That's what we wanted to do. And we created KGX. So let's now get into this. In 2009, Satoshi Nakamoto created Bitcoin, the world's first global decentralized cryptocurrency. In 2009, Bitcoin's value was less than 1 penny. Imagine that. In 2010, Bitcoin was valued at 40 cents to the US dollar. In 2016, Bitcoin was valued at $600. In 2018, Bitcoin was valued at $9,000. In fact, it's been between $6,000 to $9,000 this year. That's been what it's been doing. If you would have invested $100 in Bitcoin in 2009, today it would be worth over $1.5 million. 1.5 million. Do I have your attention now? Remember what I said. I wanted to be an investor. Think about this. Uber is a transportation company that owns no cars. Amazon, world's largest retail chain that has no stores. Bitcoin goes from $0.008 to $9,000. And it's no fun being on the outside looking in. We've all been there before. You remember the very first time you heard about Bitcoin, you didn't know what it was. You didn't know where to start. It was a little bit confusing. My goal and my job here is to simplify it for you. That's what I'm all about. Let's make this thing easy so that everybody can get involved that wants to get involved. That's what KGX is for. So what is Bitcoin? Bitcoin is simply a peer-to-peer digital currency that allows individuals to do transactions from anywhere around the world, instantaneous, with no limits, and minimum fees. 1 Bitcoin in the United States is worth 1 Bitcoin in Japan. See how that is? No need for Western Union, no need for a bank. It's not controlled by a government. It's not controlled by a company. It is decentralized. It solves one of the world's biggest problems, the double spend issue and it's creating the third ledger. Is it real? Absolutely. Georgia and Arizona passed laws that Americans can now pay in those states their taxes in Bitcoin. You think the tax man is not going to accept something that's not real? In Japan, Bitcoin is legal currency. Australia, all Australia citizens can pay all their bills in crypto coin. JP Morgan has gone down there and is now in Australia putting their entire financial system and government on the blockchain. Are you too late? Absolutely not. You are not too late. This is where the internet was in 1994 as far as development is concerned. And back in those days, it was AOL dial-up. You guys remember that? Try to call somebody's house, you get that busy signal because somebody's on the net. How long would it take to upload one page? It would come down in sections. I remember those days. How do you buy it and can you spin it? Well, that's what we're going to teach you how to do. So welcome to KGX. We're the Global Training Center, and we're the company that's going to teach the world about Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies, ICOs, market trends, and the blockchain. All training is done by streaming video. You're going to learn how to buy your first Satoshi. Well, what is that exactly? That's why we're here. You're going to learn how to store your Bitcoin safely in crypto wallets. You're going to learn how to purchase and sell with Bitcoin. You're going to learn about blockchain technology, learn how to trade cryptocurrencies, and learn how ICOs work, and much, much more. Wait a minute. Oh, everybody's blowing me up. So Shauna says there's no YouTube video. I wonder if that dropped on me. I cannot do anything about it right now. I don't think. I can check here. See if it'll allow me. No, I'm already gone. I can't restart it on YouTube. I think it's because I did that an hour long before. So it's not giving me that option. Anyways, I think they could come teach me crypto.info. Anyways, so all training is done by streaming video. Let's go back to current slide. You're going to learn about blockchain technology, learn how to trade cryptocurrencies, and learn how ICOs work. Crypto training package comes in 3 modules. And if anybody knows Dr. Ken Lewis, please shoot him a message. He's calling me like 10 times right now. We got 3 training modules. Each module has Bitcoin 101, cryptocurrency intermediate, and crypto advanced. We have 15 lessons in each module. These 15 lessons, at the end, we will be given a test to make sure that you are retaining the information. Now, if you are a beginner, you've never heard about Bitcoin, or you think you are a seasoned veteran, one thing I can guarantee is that when you come through our doors, by the time you're finished, you're going to know everything you need to know about Bitcoin, how to get involved, how to make money with it. That's the most important. How to make money in this space. And our training never ends. It never ends. Why? Because we're building a community right now. And our community of people is going to be given more additional lessons. We're going to be adding lessons every single month. We do Facebook Lives all the time, trainings, live trainings. We'll walk you through how to open up a wallet, how to open up an exchange and a trade account, what ICOs you might want to invest in, what businesses you might want to take advantage of. We have individuals that have made a whole lot of money without ever even selling our product, just off this information alone. So it never ends. And with just one click, you can enter the Bitcoin age. So KGX is a group of very talented individuals that have come together, developed a simple step-by-step audio video training system that will educate the world into cryptocurrency space. Now, what is the cost of this? $250, not $800, not $10,000, $250 for the product. And for the person who says, why should I have to pay? I am already disqualifying you from even being in the crypto space. We're talking about financial sector. We're talking about building wealth. And if $250 is an issue, your mind is clearly not even close to being an investor. I say that with all due respect. But $250 gets you in the door. And not only will you be able to learn, we're going to show you how to earn while you learn. For an additional $50, $300, you can become a crypto promoter. And as a crypto promoter, you're going to be able to earn money. Now, I have one rule, well, 4 rules, but one of my rules is whenever you pay money, if you're going to spend $300, rule number 1, always get your investment back as fast as possible. That's your biggest risk. I lost money in Bitcoin last year. My cousin lost money in Bitcoin last year messing with those companies. What's so different about you? Our risk is $300 and it's education. You share this with people, we're going to show you how to make your money back. Why? Because we have direct referral bonuses, customer acquisition bonuses, Cryptonary, and the Cryptonary matching bonuses. For example, when you share this opportunity with anybody, you're going to earn $100. What if you share it with 3 people? You just made $300. You just made your money back. 3, and it's free. Now you eliminated your risk. You have all the education and training for free. If you just sign up customers, you're going to earn a $25 additional customer bonus. So instead of $100, you're going to earn $125. For every 10 customers, you're going to earn $250 bonus. For those of you that are interested in building a team, and this is all optional, not mandatory or necessary to make money in KGX. This is optional. You make 2 sales, one on your left and one on your right, by building 2 teams. It's a binary. We call it the Cryptonary. You are qualified for life to get paid on work you do not do, your organization. It's a simple 1/3, 2/3. So here's how this works. For every 3 sales, every sale represents a point. If you sell one of our mining machines, that represents 3 points. But every sale represents a point. 2 points on one side and 1 on the other triggers a bonus, $25 bonus. But we also have a promotion called the fork, which means if you complete a sale that week, then we're going to give you an additional, well, we're basically going to double your money for that week. So if you made $500 in your Cryptonary that week, but you made a sale, we're going to pay you $1,000. So let me give you an example. Let's say you shared this with 2 people, one on your left, one on your right. You just made $200. But one of your individuals makes a sale as well. Well, that's another point. You didn't do it, but that's 3 points. You just make an additional 25 or 50 bucks. What happens if you share this with more than 2 people? What happens with the 3rd sale and beyond? Well, it's going to fall under the next available position on your team, your left or your right. Now you're creating spillover for your organization. This is why timing and positioning is also important. Those people dragging their feet miss out. When we first got started, I had a gentleman who was at the top of my list, and he dragged his feet 2 days. Those 2 days cost him 700 spots. He could have had 700 people under him, but he dragged his foot. But anyways, you may have one team that grows bigger than the other. That happens. Do you lose your points? Do you lose your volume? No. They never flush. As long as you're qualified, and you only have to qualify once by having 2 sales on your left and your right. You're qualified for life. You don't have to do it again next month and the next month. And if you don't, you're going to lose all your money. So it just accumulates until on your right hand, or your other side, you start to build it up. So as you start to build on your other side, then you start to get paid. Now imagine this. Every point, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50. That blows up real quick. What if you had 200 people join your week leg in 1 week and you're making $50 per person? and you only brought in one person that week, one sale. This compensation plan is sick. I am actually surprised by how much money I've made with the size team that we have. And we haven't done anything yet. We are still in pre-launch. Now, we do have individuals who say, Brandon, and this was Stacy. When I first talked to Stacy, you know what she said to me? Brandon, I have absolutely no desire to build an organization and a team, recruit, or tell nobody about this. I own my own salon. I'm in another business right now that I love. But I do recognize the fact that I need to have some financial education and I need to learn about this crypto so I can become an investor. Great. So here's what happens. Can you make money in KGX without having to share this with anybody? Absolutely. Multiple ways. One, by taking the knowledge that you've learned, open up your own trade account, exchange, put money in it, use the knowledge that you learned to make money. Use the knowledge you learned to invest in other projects, because now you have the education to know what to look for, when to buy, when to sell, when to get in on something, when not to. You can even take advantage of the products that KGX is offering that is going to allow you to make money. I call it Cadillac money, residually, without having to share with anybody. But here's one thing I know. You will have at least one person come up to you and say, wow, I see you doing big on this whole crypto thing. How can I get involved in that? How do I get started? What's a wallet? How do I open up a wallet? What's an exchange? What's blockchain.com? I don't understand what the blockchain actually is. Can you tell me? What's the difference between Polonius and Bittrex? What's going on in China versus South Korea? I forgot my password. You get the hint. You're going to have people asking you 1,000,001 questions, and you can spend 5 hours holding their hand, teaching them, and you'd make nothing doing so. You do it at the kindness of your heart. Or you can say, you know what, let me give you the program that I use that taught me what I needed to know, at least got me started. Now you made $100 for that referral and you saved yourself some time. Why wouldn't you? See, the thing about me is I'm the top recruiter and I don't recruit. I don't go in people's inboxes saying, hey, are you open to making some extra money? No. Everybody's curious about crypto. They start asking me questions. I'm not going to answer their questions. I'm going to give them the program. Time is money. I don't have time for all that. I give my time to the team and the community in this company. But if you find that one person, and that person may decide, I'm going to work. I know a bunch of people that need this crypto knowledge. And they make $10,000 a month, or $1,000 a month, or $100,000 a month. Guess what? You're going to earn 10% check match on everything they do on the Cryptonary. What's the qualification for that? There is no qualification. You don't have to be a certain rank. You don't have to be a big dog. You don't have to have 50 people signed up to get that. If all you did was enrolled one person, like one individual in Chicago did, then you're going to get that 10% check match. Might want to make you want to tell other people about it. Now, the bad news is that we cap you on the Cryptonary to $50,000 a week, $200,000 a month on the Cryptonary. There's no cap on the check match or your personal bonuses or all your sales from all the other stuff we're going to have. Just a Cryptonary. The good news is that if you do reach that cap, we're going to give you another position above your team. You can continue building and earn even more money on that. With just one click, you can change your entire life. Now, this is the wrong slide. Okay, I can roll with this. KGX is built on education platform. That's our foundation. We want to bring cryptocurrency awareness to the world. And when we say the world, we mean the world. We are going to be launching in over 30 languages and not Google Translate. We hired 60 translators. We're already in 7 languages, audio, video, PDF files in those languages. But as this industry continues to grow and evolve, there's going to be new developments, new opportunities, new products and services. We're going to add them so our customers can take advantage of and our members can earn and income from. One of those industries is the mining industry. And again, this is optional. It's just another revenue stream that you can take advantage of in KGX. If you don't understand mining, I don't have the time to teach you what mining is. Just understand it is the backbone of this industry. Bitcoins are created because of miners. Miners are, they're mining rigs, mining machines, computers that solve a mathematical equation to build the block that builds the blockchain. And the reward for doing so is crypto coins, is Bitcoin. So we are an independently wholesaler offering Bitcoin rigs, Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin Gold, and Green X. Oh, what is that one? Green X, what are you talking about? Green X, exactly. Green is the most exciting project of 2018 for us. In fact, it's the most exciting project that I have been a part of in my entire crypto career. That's saying something. It's an industry disruptor, just like YouTube, world's largest media provider that owns no media. Uber, the world's largest taxi company that owns no taxis. Airbnb, the world's largest hotel provider that owns no hotels. You see, you never change things by fighting the existing reality. To change something, build a new model that makes the existing model obsolete. So what's the next big disruption going to be? Power. 100-year-old technology that's in need of an upgrade, trapped in a wired grid and expensive to distribute. It's time to think outside the grid. Introducing green, and when you think of green, you think of the environment. Green is a project that wants to revolutionize the power industry, and it's represented in crypto as a coin called the green coin. But the only way you can get this green coin is by mining it. And the only way you can get a mining machine is by going through a company that's selling it, because this is not open to the public. You have to be a member of KGX. But what it's doing is taking centralized power and making it decentralized, just like money. Money right now, fiat money, is centralized. Bitcoin decentralizes it. Green, we call it solar in a box. So you've had industry disruptors like Facebook, Airbnb, Bitcoin, and Uber. But this year, the world's first power company that produces no power, Green. The mission is to save, share, and give. Now, the cost of each mining rig is $3,750. And if we give you a cost, the first question is, how much money can I make? Well, we're in crypto, so that is relative. It depends on when you decide to sell your coins. The real question is, how many coins can my machine mine? Well, right now, we know there's going to be 50 billion coins ever in existence. There's only 21 million Bitcoins. Every coin has a limit to it. So there's going to be 50 billion Green X coins in existence. The first year, 25 billion need to be mined, half of them. They started mining July 4th of this year to July 4th, 2019. 12.5 billion need to be mined in the first 6 months between July and December of this year. There's a little less than 3,000 machines online right now. You do the math on how many coins per machine. But then the next question is, how much is it going to be worth on the exchange when it gets onto the exchange to buy and sell? Well, when Bitcoin first got started, it was worth 0.008 cents. You know how much it cost? The first recorded Bitcoin transaction was 2 pizzas. They paid 10,000 Bitcoins for 2 pizzas. Do you know how much 10,000 Bitcoins is worth today? I don't know, 80-something million dollars. So the company expects and has plans of it hitting the exchange at no less than 1 penny. So you can multiply how many coins you have times 1 penny. That's the value you currently sit on. But here's why I say it depends on when you decide to sell. Because as all things, once it hits the exchange, it will go up. What if it goes up to 2 cents, 5 cents, 10 cents, 15 cents? How much was Alibaba's stock worth when it first came in the IPO compared to what it's worth today? Same with Microsoft, same with Facebook. That's how Bitcoin people became millionaires, because they bought Bitcoin 5, 6 years ago and they sat on it. So it depends on when you decide to sell what it's worth. But if you sell the machines themselves that mine the coins, we're going to give you a $500 commission. So if you're an individual that says, man, I can't afford $3,750. It's all right. Sell 8 machines, you just made $4,000. I think Diana sold, I don't know, 7 or 8 the other day. 8 machines, you just made $4,000. Now here's the reg specifications. Hash rate 12 to 14 terahertz. Power consumption 1,300 to 1,400 watts. Chip type SHA 256 ASIC chip. Rules of purchase, maximum of 10 rigs per month per customer. Mining rigs can be housed in the Utah facility of the third party. Mining rigs can be sent directly to you. In other words, what that means is that we have a facility that the rigs can all be housed in, is in Utah. Why would I want mine to go to Utah? Because I don't want it shipped here. I don't want to have to deal with the maintenance, the programming, plugging it in, the noise, the heat, the electricity of it all. Let them deal with all that. That's what I'm paying them for. The rigs will be paid for in advance. Now there's a backlog on this because these things are popular. So if you order it today, there's a 30 to 120 days before it may actually go online. This is why timing is of importance. You want to get your rig ordered as fast as possible. The customer owns the rig. This is what separates us from other mining companies, especially in the United States, where most mining is illegal. Why? Group mining, hash mining, cloud mining, all that stuff has been deemed illegal by the SEC as the sale of a security. Here, you own the asset, meaning the rig itself. You own the property. Anything generated by that property goes to your wallet, not the company's wallet. KGX never has your coins. They go to you. You're going to receive a serial number and a certificate of authenticity of your machine, and there is no refund policy. Now, even though this says purchase with Bitcoin only, we also can do wire transfer to get your purchase. And as a disclaimer, KGX is a wholesaler. No income claims can be made on mining results. All coins earned are paid directly to the customer owner. KGX is not responsible for maintenance of the mining rig. Customer is to read and agree to all documents before making a purchase, and customer agrees in advance that KGX LLC is not responsible for results. So please review all policies and especially the no refund policy. Welcome to the world of mining, where you own the mining rigs. And here's another advantage that KGX has. We have an 8-figure earner that's working with us named Mark Januszewski that has created a standardized training system that has taken companies from just the million range to the hundreds of millions and billion-dollar range, because everybody in the company is following the same set of rules, procedures, and ways of building their business. So we don't have 15 leaders out there doing 15 different things. We call it the KCHI's or Go 90 Grow. It's helping individuals to become better, to become more educated, to become more attractive, to be able to build their business without the need of their sponsor to hold their hand and teach them everything. So that is not about the leader. It's about the system. And that's what we have. And that is also free for all members. In fact, in November 10th in Chicago, we're having a mini Bitcoin boot camp on October 10th, but it's going to be more about for the standardized training with Mark Januszewski. Then I'll be there on the 17th for the boot camp. Now, as an income disclaimer, this is a new opportunity with minimum data. We are in pre-launch. We are registered here in the United States. The owners are here in the United States. We have Thompson and Burton LLC for our direct sales attorneys. We have a compliance attorney on staff. We have Troy Dooley as our compliance advisor. We are looking to be a long-term company, not a 6-month fly-by-night company. We allow no income claims, because most companies that get in trouble is because their distributors run out there and showing their back office and making all these exaggerated claims. We don't allow any of that. Even if true, it can be seen as enticement. Your success depends on you, your hard work, dedication, belief, passion, commitment, and persistence. And with that, at this point, here's what you want to do. This was a special presentation, which is why I went longer than I normally do. This is for Stacy and her team. Some of you I'm going to meet in Philadelphia next week. So I'm looking forward to meeting you guys out there for the 2-day Bitcoin boot camp. But if you're brand new and you're looking at this, get back with the person who invited you. Get back with them. Let them know that you're in or out. If you're in, great. Let's get you started. Let's get you moving. Let's get you your first 3 sales so that you get your business for free. Congratulations to Patricia. Patricia Davis, she got her 3, and I'm making her a special promo video because she knocked out her 3. For those of you who think, you know what, Brandon, thank you for, letting me know a little bit about this. It's still not really for me. I still don't really understand it. I don't see how it's important in my life. I think I'm going to pass. And that's okay. I know that there's people like that, and you're just not ready for it yet. But here's what I will tell you. You only have 2 choices here. You have one choice to get involved now before the rocket takes off and financially benefit from it. Or your second choice is this, to get into your car tomorrow morning on your way to work, and you're going to start seeing Bitcoin ATM machines all over the place. You're going to stop off at Starbucks to get some coffee and realize that they're now accepting crypto as payment. You're going to go to your job and your boss is going to come to you and say, hey, you need to create a Bitcoin wallet because we're now paying you in Bitcoin. For those of you that's in the direct sales, say, Brandon, I don't have a 9-to-5 job. What are you talking about? I'm retired. Okay, here's what's going to happen to you and your company. One thing I predict by the end of 2019, every single network marketing company will be paying their people in Bitcoin. And you'll be buying all of your products in Bitcoin. So one way or another, you will be involved. You don't have a choice. Your opinion and belief is irrelevant. It's like gravity. It's happening anyway. You get to decide right now on what part you will play. But if you want to build wealth for your family, if you want to not just thrive, but survive the rest of this century, you must get involved now. The 2 things I learned about crypto that scared me to my core and completely changed my path is that number 1, cryptocurrency represents the greatest economic shift in wealth in the history of mankind for the most amount of people. Doesn't matter your race, your religion, your sex, your creed. Doesn't matter if you're white or black or a man or a woman. Doesn't matter what language you speak or the country you were born in. None of that matters. There is no barrier of entry. All you need is a phone, internet access, and a willingness to learn. But most people don't know what's going on. And then I learned that the blockchain technology is going to fundamentally change the entire world. It is the greatest invention since the internet. It is going to have an impact on us as when we were introduced to agriculture. It is that big. So with that, thank you, Stacy. I didn't plan on, I'll mind if I can set this up to ask questions. But let's see here, participants. All right, I am going to, if anybody, I don't know if you guys can unmute yourself, but if anybody has any question, let me unmute all, let me play with this. All participants are unmuted. If you have a question, just go ahead and tell me your question, or you can type it in the chat box and I'll answer. Or raise your hand and I'll click the allow to talk. Let me see if I can find Stacy. Stacy, I'm going to unmute you, and if you have anything that you want to say, allow to talk. The floor is yours, and make sure I got you. Okay, Stacy, unmute yourself.
Okay, am I unmuted?
Yep, I hear you.
Can you hear me? Well, I just want to thank you, Brandon, for taking time out of your busy schedule to do this for me tonight. For me, I wanted to do this because, and I heard you say earlier when I first was introduced to this, I didn't want to tell anyone about it because, I just didn't. I didn't want to share the information. I just wanted to quietly get wealthy. And but as time went on, and not that much time, I found myself in conversations with people talking about this, and also too, just seeing it in different places. Like I was just telling my daughter that the Cash App accept Bitcoin now. So just to tell you how normal it's becoming for us. So for me, I wanted to be a part of this because I want to get the education. I want to get the education. I want to learn it, and I want to change the path of my life. I want freedom. And I know I hear you say Bitcoin is freedom, and it is freedom for me. And I want to now have my money work for me, because I've been working for my money for so many years, and I'm over it now. So definitely what I wanted to just wanted you to talk about just for a second, Brandon, because I know I have some people on the line, and they had some questions just about the mining machines. Can you just simply explain the mining machines just a little bit for the people that still listen?
Absolutely. Well, first, again, you got to understand how mining even works, what mining is. And mining is the backbone of this industry. There's no coins without mining. And if there is, those coins are what's called pre-mined coins or tokens that's just been generated and they're giving them out. It's centralized. This is a decentralized thing that's taking place where we're basically duplicating how Bitcoin first got started. These coins cannot be attained by buying them. You cannot go publicly and get them anywhere. They're not even on an exchange. They're being created right now. So what does the coin represent? And what the coin represents is why that this coin is going to be valuable. The coin represents something revolutionary. We are talking about not a luxury, but a necessity. And that necessity is called electricity. We take away electricity, we are back in the dark ages. You even have Akon out there that has his own little program where he's trying to light up all of Africa, the villages that have access to no electricity. He offered to light up Puerto Rico and the government turned him down. So this is a life necessity product here, electricity. It's the next evolution of electricity. We've been going with centralized electricity since it's been here, the AC versus DC debate. And now we are talking about proof of power. We're talking about BC, blockchain electricity, where electricity is being digitized. It is now being put on the blockchain. Now, it's not physical electricity running through the internet. That's not what it is. It's a digitized representation of the energy that now we as individuals will be able to sell our excess energy on the blockchain. We'll be able to transfer that energy into money on the blockchain. We'll be able to use that money to either pay our electricity bill or buy groceries or whatever else. The physical product is a box that's like a battery that you plug into your home. And think of your car battery. If your car battery ever goes down and you need to get it jumped, and when you get it jumped, you got to drive your car around for maybe 30 minutes or so to recharge the battery. Well, this green box is a battery that charges up. And now that energy can be converted into electricity. It could be to be sold. It can be converted to be used. It can be converted to money to be used for anything. This is the next generation. It's evolutionary. And it's going to be one of the biggest projects that's going to come out of the crypto space. So that's why we're so excited about it. I mean, as time goes on, you'll understand the mechanics of it. I still don't understand how a fax machine works or a cell phone works or how I'm going to get on a plane to Philly next week from LA to Philly, how that works. All I know is going to get me from point A to point B safely. So you don't have to understand how it works for it to work. But this is the next evolution. So I hope that helps, Stacey.
Oh, definitely. Definitely. And you said it's the next evolution, which means we have an opportunity to be on the investing end of that versus the consumer end, because it's happening anyway. So
that's correct.
Definitely. I totally understand what you're saying. I just appreciate you coming on and doing this call, this Zoom for me. I appreciate it. And I know you answered a lot of people's questions tonight. So I don't want to keep you, but thank you so much for taking this time out to educate us in this cryptocurrency space. I am super excited that I am now living a life full of abundance. Yes.
Absolutely. Well, thank you, Stacey, for inviting me to speak to your people. And I look forward to the time I can come to New Orleans, Atlanta. There's another thing that we do. We do Bitcoin boot camps around the country. So coming up next week will be the 26th and the 27th. We'll be in Philadelphia. doing a Bitcoin boot camp, then in Chicago on the 16th and the 17th of November. Then I know we already have one scheduled for Seattle in January. So wherever we have production going on, we've got people that want to know more of this information. You can put some people in the room. We'll fly out there and do a Bitcoin boot camp in your city, expose them to KGX education, and get this thing moving for everybody.
Well, I look forward to you coming to New Orleans and educating our community on Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. So I'm excited. Thank you so much.
No problem, Stacey. So with that, everybody, get back with Stacey and whoever invited you. Let's get you in the system. Let's get rocking and rolling. And the next presentation is going to take place on Thursday night. This is a scheduled presentation from KGX. It's going to be on kgxglobal.info. Same time, 9 p.m. Eastern. It's going to be shorter. I only do those 30 minutes. kgxglobal.info this Thursday night at 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 Central, 6 p.m. Pacific. So God bless everybody. This was recorded. I'll get the recording over to Stacey, and she can get it all to you guys so you can pass it around to people who couldn't make it to the call. God bless everybody. Good night. Bye-bye.
Yay.